Here's our list of the world's most horrible tourists. Number 4 will change your thoughts on air travel. Number 7. Egypt is home to some of the oldest and most awe-inspiring temples in the world. The Temple of Luxor is one such temple. The Temple of Luxor is located on the east bank of the Nile River and was constructed in approximately 1400 BCE. It is believed to be where many of the kings of Egypt were crowned, including Alexander the Great. In May of 2013, a 15-year-old Chinese schoolboy named Din Jinhao was touring the Temple of Luxor and examining its 3,000-year-old hieroglyphics when he decided that they needed some updating. He vandalized the art that had managed to remain unchanged for 3 freaking millennia. Up to that time, it had survived invasions, wars, and of course the pernicious passage of time. But unfortunately, it was no match for Din's brazen disregard for history. How do we know that it was Din? Because this dolt literally carved Din Jinhao was here into the wall. When pictures of the vandalism became public, the internet went nuts and launched into a global manhunt for Din. Internet detectives discovered and revealed that Din and his family live in Nanjing, the capital of the Jiangsu province. Din's parents promptly issued a formal apology to the people of Egypt and asked for public forgiveness. But if they think the internet is going to forgive and forget that easily, then they're in major denial. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell button to get notified of new videos, and we always appreciate a big thumbs up. Number 6. Prittlewell Priory is a priory museum located in southwest England. It was founded in the 12th century by a group of monks and houses an extensive collection of artifacts from the Victorian era. One of the museum's artifacts is an 800-year-old sandstone coffin that was discovered in 1921 with the skeleton of what is believed to be a prominent monk inside. On August 20th, 2017, a family of tourists was visiting the museum when the father decided he could get some major Instagram likes if he snapped a pic of his son posing in the coffin. Ignoring the velvet rope barrier and the museum warning signs, this idiotic father lifted his son into the coffin. Before he could take the photo, the weight of his son dislodged the coffin from its stand and sent it tumbling to the ground. When the coffin connected with the ground, a large chunk was completely broken off and its side was cracked down the center. Claire Reed, the museum's conservator, was quoted saying, "It was one of those isolated, terrible incidents. It's a very important artifact and historically unique as we don't have much archaeology from the Priory." After knocking over the coffin, the family ran off like a bunch of jerks without saying anything. However, the incident was caught on tape. Museum staff are working to repair the artifact using special adhesive and have enclosed it in glass case to protect it from other imbecilic tourists. Number 5. In 2014, LABROS Hydra, an American tourist, was vacationing with his family in Greece. One morning, he decided to snorkel into the warm Mediterranean water. While enjoying all the wonder that the sea has to offer, LABROS stumbled across an octopus that he captured and brought back to shore. This was no ordinary octopus. Octopi have 8 separate legs, which is how they get their name. In Greek, octo means 8 and pus means foot. What LABROS discovered, however, was a hexapus, which is an octopus with only 6 legs. This is only the second known sighting of a hexapus in history. The first hexapus was found off the coast of North Wales back in 2008 and was submitted for study at the Blackpool Sea Life Centre. LABROS then brought the exotic creature back to his family on the beach. His son proceeded to smash the hexapus on the sidewalk, and the family took it up to the local taverna to be served for supper. Only when the chef began preparing the creature to cook did they realize that this was such an atypical animal. LABROS was crushed by the realization that he destroyed such a biological anomaly. He then ate the animal with a side of tomato, lemon, and lettuce leaf. Number 4. In 2017, at the Shanghai airport in China, a group of passengers were boarding the China Southern Airlines flight to GUIZHOU when they noticed something alarming. An elderly Chinese woman was throwing coins into the plane's engine. By throwing the coins, the woman believed that she was blessing the plane and helping to ensure the good luck of the flight. The airport staff was immediately notified, and it took plane mechanics 5 hours to clear the engine. Passengers were understandably upset, and the captain of the flight was quoted saying, "If the metal had been sucked up by the engine, it could have caused serious damage, including failure." In recent years, air travelers in China have been responsible for many safety incidents, including assaulting cabin crews and opening emergency doors. This has prompted Beijing to create a tourist blacklist, which bans mischief-causing travelers. Hopefully, the threat of being on a list will change this woman's behavior. Number 3. Yayoi Kusuma is one of the most preeminent contemporary sculpture and installation artists of our time. She has awesome red hair, and her outfits look like a Willy Wonka acid trip. Every year, millions of people visit museums all over the world to enjoy her work. One such exhibit is the Infinity Mirrors installation at the Hirshhorn Museum in Washington, D.C. Kusuma's infinity spaces feature purpose-built rooms lined with mirrored glass that contain scores of neon-covered balls. These mirrors give the observer the illusion of never-ending space. The Hirshhorn exhibition is adorned with giant spotted glass pumpkins, as Kusama has a great affinity for the squash. In February of 2018, a tourist was wandering around the pumpkin room and searching for the perfect selfie. This narcissistic visitor was so preoccupied with their camera angles that they tripped and fell into one of the glass pumpkins. The force shattered the pumpkin, causing $800,000 worth of damage. The exhibit had to be shut down for 3 days while the museum rearranged the remaining pumpkins. The museum has kept the name of the culprit anonymous, but has confirmed that the guilty party's favorite band is indeed the Smashing Pumpkins. Number 2. The GUIZHOU province in southwest China is known for its spectacular caves. People from the world over travel to these caves to witness their splendor. They feature cavernous rooms replete with limestone stalagmites and stalactites, which are formed over thousands of years by water dripping through the cave. In June of 2017, a man was visiting the caves with his friends when he came across a 50-centimeter stalagmite coming up from the ground. I'm assuming the size of the formation threw this envious man into a jealous rage. He Bruce Lee'd the rock 3 times and in 5 seconds broke what took nature 3,000 years to build. Really makes my blood boil watching this video. This is where you want to see the Thing from Fantastic Four jump out and clobber the dude with some sweet rock revenge. The abhorrent incident was caught on the cave's surveillance cameras. The man then points at the broken rock to brag to his friends and walks out of frame. The staff reported the incident to local police, but the man is yet to be found. Unfortunately, it seems that his repugnant actions will be left unpunished. Number 1. Sacre bleu! In May of 2018, a French family was vacationing in the Netherlands and decided to check out a safari park in the city of Tilburg. Safari parks can be quite fun because they allow you to enjoy exotic animals from the comfort of your vehicle. The concept only works, however, when you keep your windows up and stay in your vehicle. In the middle of the cheetah sanctuary, these imbéciles français hopped out of their Volkswagen to catch an unobstructed pic of the ferocious felines. Video from the car behind captures the fatuous family nonchalantly taking pictures while the cats become increasingly agitated by their presence. The Frenchies decided that they had had enough and drove around the bend, only to hop out again and start taking more pictures. The cheetahs were ready for the second photo shoot and ran after the vulnerable family. One cheetah, looking for a quick snack, grabbed at the daughter. Her mom was barely able to pull her away. The cheetahs stalked the family all the way back to their car, but luckily didn't pounce on the helpless group. Fortunately for the family, they just cheetah'd death, and unfortunately for the rest of us, they remain in the gene pool.
If you want to get down and get your hands dirty, then save some money to the side for your investment. Pick some investments yourself and use an online trading platform. Investing may be a risk, but it can be a calculated one that could result in giving you some extra paydays. If you want to be able to stack cash like you see in this picture, you need to get off the couch and start doing something today.
Bored Badger.